Hey, if you have a messy craft room like I do, then this episode is just for you. I'm taking you down the hall of our tiny house into my craft room, and we're gonna put some systems in place from Dollar Tree so that this craft room never gets overwhelmingly messy again. Let's go. I'm Shannon from Skip to My Life, a small space decor and organizing expert. And if you love to live an upscale lifestyle on a downsized budget, you've come to the right place. Sometimes when we start a project like this that is so overwhelming, it's best to start small. So we're going to do a micro organizing drawer project. We'll use 3 items from Dollar Tree to transform my messy drawers into a thing of beauty. These are 3 drawer sets that I purchased from Walmart a long time ago, and I started just by printing out some labels that fit all the way across those drawers. Now I'm using 3 small vertical organizers from Dollar Tree, and these come 3 to 4 to a pack for $1.25. I'm organizing the drawers by topic. So instead of organizing tape in one drawer, stickers in another drawer, I'm putting everything sticky in one drawer, everything sharp in another drawer, everything that has to do with writing in another drawer. And that's how my brain thinks. So this way of organizing and micro-organizing these drawers is going to make it much easier for me to keep these systems in place, as well as find what I'm looking for. If you've ever tried to organize with bins like I'm doing and then just had them slip around in the drawers when you opened it up, I have a solution for you. These tiny square hors d'oeuvre cups from Dollar Tree are clear, and just stick them in the back behind your bins, and they're going to take up that space so that your bins and your organizers never slip around again. If you're new to Skip to My Life, a great big welcome. Comment below and let me know which of these ideas you think you might try. Well, creating is really important to me, and it's probably important to you too. And everywhere that we've lived, I have sought to make a little creative space for myself. I have converted coat closets into a craft space. I've even just put a little desk next to our washer and dryer. But in this 3-bedroom rental home my husband and I now live in, I am so blessed to have a whole bedroom to convert to a craft space. And here's what it looked like before. Now, I know I'm not by myself because I just did a survey and you all told me that your biggest organizing problem in your craft space was having too much stuff and not enough places to put it. The idea that helped me the most was to simplify my workflow. I hired my nephew to haul some of the furniture in this room out to the curb, and I freed up space along 2 of my walls, consolidating everything against just one wall. The other hack that really helped me consolidate and simplify my workflow was to put floaters on the bottom of this work table. Now, these are just simple moving plastic pieces. You can buy them on Amazon or at any hardware store, but they allow me to move that large table by just pushing it with one hand, and I can completely change the way I use this room. Of course, Bella, my long-haired dachshund, is supervising my entire transformation. My biggest challenge in this space was that it has to fulfill many purposes. And so comment below and let me know if your craft space functions as something else as well. For me, it's my craft space. It's a studio for me to film videos that I love to make for you, but it's also my home office. So it was time for me to go shopping and get some things that were really essential to make the space convert to all 3 purposes. Now, in the past, I have just taken things that I found on the curb or at thrift stores, but this time I decided that I was really going to get down to business and get serious about making this space exactly what I wanted and needed. I'm a big believer in the necessity of open storage in craft areas, and so I found these 3 smaller bookshelves at Walmart, and they worked perfectly for what I was looking for. For about $25, these pieces are so versatile, and I'll be able to use them for years to come. Next, I used some of my favorite Dollar Tree lidded jars to organize all the little detail items that I use in crafting. After playing around with all the things I needed to store, I decided to put everything related to business and office supplies on the left and everything related to crafting and creativity on the right. To create the video backdrop I'm using in most of my YouTube videos, I simply used a container that I had found in a thrift store and some greenery I already had. On top of that, I added some of these beautiful roses from Walmart. Even if you don't regularly record video, you may find that this is something that's really helpful for you when you do a Zoom call or teleconference. And it's also just a beautiful focal point to lift your spirits when you're using your craft space. I believe that every craft space needs what I call a battle station, and that's a place to write out your ideas step by step, maybe supplies that you need, as well as a calendar or some kind of time tracker. So I purchased both of these dry erase boards from Walmart and hung them next to each other. Your battle station is also a wonderful place to put pictures and your word of the year or any inspiration that really helps you when you're creating. But let's face it, we all desire an organized craft space to feel like a calming retreat. And for that, I knew it was time to upgrade my essential oil diffuser. I purchased this diffuser at Walmart and I have links to everything below, but the lighting and the scent really make this little room an attractive and calming retreat for me. In addition to really good functional lighting, it's a great idea to have some soft lighting in a space like this. And so I just took some hanging lights from Walmart and I enclosed them in a cloche that I made. And this is going to sit on my shelf and even be on with a soft glow when my lights are off. If you struggle with how to hide the cords that inevitably come in a craft space, I'm going to show you a little hack with a garment bag I used from Dollar Tree. I purchased 2 of these Delicates garment bags that zip up from Dollar Tree. They come 2 for $1.25. And I placed all my extensions inside, and then I just made holes where I needed them so that there was no danger of fire from the fabric, that nothing was in the way. And I hung them up on 2 hooks on the side of my bookcase. Now this keeps all of my cords and my extension cords up off the floor, and it's a good thing because while I was filming this video, I spilled a bunch of water on my carpet. So no danger with those cords. And then I can hide them and conceal them by pushing my 3-tier tray right up next to them. Talked about Bella and her mischievous ways when I am creating things in my craft room, and one of you suggested that I get her a special toy in this room so that she would be distracted from getting into all my craft supplies. Well, I did that in addition to getting her an adorable bed, but of course you know that she's going to take those toys and bring them on the floor. One of the most important elements of an organized craft room is to simplify your supplies. Now, I know that this can be a real challenge because by nature, we as creative people see potential in everything. And so it's quick to become cluttered and piled up with all kinds of items that you maybe think you can use in the future. I'm going to challenge you to limit yourself to these plastic shoeboxes and just say, okay, whatever fits in the shoebox is what I can use. The rest, I'm going to have to wait till later. With all the adorable organizing systems out there, sometimes it's hard to beat a good old-fashioned cardboard box. This box happened to be exactly the right size to fit all my video equipment and odds and ends. So rather than looking for something high-end with that same shape, I just decided to cover it with white wrapping paper. For $1.25 cost of white wrapping paper, you may find that this tip is exactly what you need to remove some of the visual clutter from your craft space. Well, now it's time to tackle my closet, and this was by far the thing I was least looking forward to. I have tried this space many times in the past, and I had even organized these drawers, but I decided to revisit the whole thing and apply those simple labels like I did to my bins and my other drawers. Well, you may have the problem that I had, which was terrible lighting in this closet, and I knew that it was keeping me from really seeing what I already had. So I purchased this $10 light from Walmart, and I affixed it to the top of the closet with a command strip. Now I can turn that light on and off, and I feel like I know exactly what's in that closet. There's no more putting it off. It's time to take everything out of that top of the closet and make some really hard decisions. Well, this year I have really been using as my mantra that I didn't want any more scraps or pieces of things. So that helped me to decide that I really was ready to get rid of used foam core board and pool noodles and things like that I had used on projects, but I had just kept little bits and bobs of things. It was time to get rid of all of that. I also decided that if I could see my sewing machine, I knew I would use it more this year. And so one of my goals was to clear off that top shelf so that I could put my sewing machine there and see it every time I open my closet. If you're getting some great ideas from this video, please click the like button. And if you haven't already, I would love to have you subscribe and join our community. Okay, so are you ready for the tour of my new and improved craft room? Let's go inside. I just want to encourage you by letting you know that you deserve to have an organized, creative space in your home. You deserve to have a haven where you can go on the hardest days and lose yourself in creative activity. It's not a luxury, and you don't have to feel guilty about it. So take some time and really think about how you want the space to feel, how you want to feel when you're in it, and invest some time and energy into making that dream happen. Please remember, my friend, that there is only one you. Of all the creations on this world, there is none just like you. And you deserve to be celebrated, and you deserve to express yourself creatively. Get ready for the 360-degree tour all around this room. And before we leave each other, I just want to remind you that today is not the end of your story. So get up, put one foot in front of the other, and do not give up.